Aloha, hey, it's Julie Ziemelis, 365 Hawaii, and I am here with a special guest today. We got Ken Hoyle, who is the Center Director for the Small Business Development Center, and one of the reasons that we are bringing him to talk to you guys is that quite a few people move to Hawaii or in our groups looking for homes, but they're also looking for opportunities to get into business here. So Ken is going to talk to you guys a lot about different kinds of resources and the whole thing. So Ken, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing and who you're doing it for?
Yeah, absolutely. So I work with the Small Business Development Center. We are not a nonprofit, but we are a publicly funded organization that basically helps small businesses either get started or helps existing businesses grow and expand. And so our focus here in Hawaii is really just focusing on our local Ohana and trying to help them grow.
There we go. So it's not just new businesses, but you also offer resources for existing businesses.
Exactly.
So if you are on here and you don't think this pertains to you, if you own a business, he's going to be able to help you. So let's talk a little bit about what are the kinds of resources that you do offer with the center here.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Just look this way.
oh, sorry about
No,
that.
it's okay. Go ahead.
No, that's right.
Look towards this way. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
So we offer personal counseling sessions. So first of all, there's no cost for our services. We are funded by the SBA and by the state of Hawaii, and our focus is really just to help you guys grow your business. So you'll schedule sessions with us, and then we'll talk about anything any questions you have, anything that relates to your business. People are at different stages of their business. For example, some people are just starting out, and for folks who are just starting out, should I open this business? Should I open this restaurant? Should I do this? What's it going to take to make that happen? And so we'll talk through kind of the process about that, both from the state of Hawaii's perspective as to what you have to register for and how to get signed up for GE tax and
what GE tax is.
Exactly. The fact that you've got to collect it and then pay it and really understanding the whole process of really what's involved. But then we'll also work with you to develop a business plan. So exactly what does your business plan look like? Who's your competition? How are you going to expand? Where are you going to go? And then stepping beyond that, even into the financial side of things. What's it going to cost you? What does break even look like? How do you profit and make money? Do you need a loan? So all of these things we'll talk with people about and basically try to understand what their needs are and then kind of point them in the right direction and, both do workshopping one-on-one with everyone to figure out what exactly their situation needs, but then at the same time connecting them with whether you need a lender for a line of credit or a loan to buy some trucks or whatever it is you need. We'll get you going for that.
That is very valuable. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
When I first got here in 2010, I started a small business and I did not know that there was any resources available to me. And I think that I probably could have leapfrogged at least 6 months of pain and agony if I had known about you guys to start with. So seriously, you guys. One of the questions I wanted to ask you was, in terms of resources, do you connect people? Let's say that you've got, that this person might be wanting to, join the chefs association or something, or be a chef. Do you say, hey, there's a chef association, I know the guy that's at the top, why don't you talk to him and kind of connect people like that?
Yeah, very, very much what we do here in the island, as you know, the Ohana that we have, it's all personal connections. And so we'll try to leverage all the personal connections that we have, but we also have professional connections with, if you need a bookkeeper, hey, we've got some bookkeepers that are really affordable and really reliable and whatnot. Same thing.
That's gold.
Same thing with attorneys, same thing with commercial brokers if you're looking to lease space. We'll connect you with the right people that are small business friendly. And I think that's the real key. People that are very comfortable working with folks in your situation.
That's great, because people who move here don't have any connections.
No.
So, and also reputable connections is key. I mean, having somebody basically vet these people, gold. So do you have any events that you guys do to put people together or create connections with either business owners that just got started, or what are you doing?
Yeah, so since COVID, we moved 100% online, and so we do about 10 webinars a month.
No.
So our most popular webinar is How to Start a Small Business in Hawaii. And it basically runs down through everything, the whole gambit of what to think about, what type of business entity should you create, how to register with the state of Hawaii, how to register with the federal government, and then kind of moving on there, how to build a business plan, and then how to connect with us to do the next steps.
Now, is that something that people can see recorded versions of it, or do you do it fresh so that they're asking questions in real time and meeting other people that might be in the webinar?
Yeah, we like the live sessions because it allows for Q&A, and so it's very interactive from that standpoint. So we keep them all live.
Okay, keep them alive. Okay, so no cheating. Also, in terms of starting a business here, what do you think are some of the challenges of starting a business in West Hawaii?
We're a small town, so it all depends upon the nature of your business and what is it offering. If you are a retail business, obviously you'd want to be located in a retail place and look at the volume of people and population we have in each of our big cities on this island, right? If you're a B2B, or if you're let's say you provide services for homeowners, such as, you're a painting contractor or whatever that type of business is, it's all kind of different depending upon all of that. Some of the challenges is that some businesses are in very high demand, and we have shortages of contractors and huge shortages, and some businesses aren't in demand. And so it's very important for you to vet before you start your business, what is the market size that you can really market to. And that's one of the things we can help guide you in really understanding that if you're not familiar with the island.
Again, you save thousands of dollars of mistaken identity on this one. Because, again, when I first started working here, I had people who were trying to be massage therapists, way too many of them back then. And also they were trying to clean houses, which is needed. But knowing some of the other things that might be needed, like Eric and I deal with real estate, so trying to find a handyman, so that's going to be hard. So if you are doing anything in the construction business or being a handyman, there's always going to be need for that. So you're able to actually be the inside guy to talk to people about what's really needed here in the community. So that's really great. Let's see, so there's people who are moving to West Hawaii, but they're also moving to Hilo and East Hawaii because housing is less expensive. Is there something with the same guy that you are here? Is that guy over there too?
Yeah, we got a guy over there too.
Got a guy over there.
So, yeah, we're on Kauai, we're on Oahu, we're on Maui. And then in the Big Island, we have 2 offices, one in Hilo and one here. So we're really focused on each of the areas of specialization. And so for us, it's really making sure that the people in Kailua Kona really have somebody who knows the town, knows the people, and same thing in Hilo as well.
That's great. Yeah, perfect. Also, in terms of the business climate. Okay, so we're filming this right now in kind of spring 2024, and with the. I'm focused, of course, on the interest rates because I'm in real estate. But in terms of people coming here and starting new businesses, what are you kind of feeling and seeing right now?
So we're tied in very closely with a lot of numbers that we get through the University of Hawaii, as well as just business sources in general. Since post-COVID, really most everything has come back, especially on this island, a little bit more than the other islands, which is good. So that's the good news, is we're kind of back to normal, which is nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So,
and I'm sure that we're actually maybe even getting some people coming over from Maui too, right? Have you seen that?
there's definitely been a lot more cruise ships and other traffic from folks who can't go to Lahaina. So,
yeah. But even like businesses, have you seen? There's a gallery in downtown that's going to start opening with the guy that lost his place in Front Street.
Yeah.
So that's part of the experience too.
This is a
right?
good place to go. There's
Yeah.
definitely vacancies and opportunities.
Yeah. In fact, I think that the fact that tourism doesn't seem to be decreasing anytime soon. I think people are seeing a very strong segment of tourism. So if you have something that ties into tourism, I think you're going to do pretty good, right? Let me see. In terms of if people want to actually find out more about office space, what it costs and what the the whole background of that, you're saying that you connect people with commercial realtors?
We do. We've got a list of commercial brokers that we work with and refer people to it, depending upon their area of specialization, whether it's warehouse space you're looking for or retail space.
Okay. And when you get up in the morning, I'm going to surprise you with a question. Who's your favorite person to work with?
Favorite person to work with?
Yep. When someone calls you and says, "Hey, help me," who's that guy or that woman or that team?
We've got a couple lenders that we're we're really happy with. One's on the mainland, one's here in town, and they really seriously want to help the businesses that are here. And the one we have here locally, he really focuses on farms, and that's kind of the area of specialization. Anything food related. They're really looking to prop up, and these are tough businesses sometimes to fund. For bigger lenders, and he's going to do everything he can to really work hard for that farmer.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like gentleman farmers here too. Do you deal with those kinds of things where people call you and say, "Hey, I have an opportunity to buy 60 acres, but there's an existing coffee farm, and I don't know anything about growing coffee, but I want to try it." You work with those people?
I do. I'm working with two coffee farmers right now, and another person who just kind of inherited a big plot of land, and she's trying to figure out what to do with it.
No, there we go.
So,
wow.
she's probably going to sublease and lease it out to farmers.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so there's people who are looking to buy land on this island who want to see it work for itself, or even are thinking about trying to buy leasehold land and knowing that they have to have a farm plan before they get a chance to even think about buying that land. So you guys actually come up with help them farm plans or connect people that will help them be successful in terms of what it takes to actually run a farm?
We do. I mean, to be honest, everybody's got to kind of do their legwork to build their business. We're not going to build it for you. But we will try to get you the information, and we'll be a good sounding board to vet. If you come back and say, this is what it's going to cost, and we're going to say, hey, that's not going to work in here, you need to find out more and more. Why don't you look here? Why don't you look there? And so we can kind of iterate on the business plan to kind of make sure it's going to get you where you need to get to.
That's beautiful. As a coach, I love it. It's coaching services.
Absolutely.
So in terms of things that you've also seen kind of lately in terms of questions and things, is there something that's like happening on the island that you want to share with people? Like, are they looking to get into natural energy stuff with the cold water in Alha, or ocean restoration, or what can we what are we looking at here on the island right now? I keep thinking when I think of SBDC, I'm like, oh, they're trying to open up a shop in downtown Kona, but there's so many other opportunities for business here. Like, so kind of like give us an idea of like some of the things that you've seen kind of come through. Who are you dealing with?
Yeah, I'd say probably a big piece of what we do is in farming. I hate to
okay.
talk about it again, but farming is just a huge part of kind of what we do on the island, and trying to get everybody to be self-sustainable, get the island to be more self-sustainable.
Yeah,
and so
that's
there's
perfect.
a lot of investment in farming. There's a lot of grants that are offered out there for farmers to kind of really capitalize on. And sometimes it's a matter of having to piece together some financing from here, a grant from here, another from here, and how do you get that? Also, farms, we're installing solar for folks. We're certainly helping them get to where they need to get to, and then get the credits they can, get the financing they can. There's a lot of support for a lot of green efforts.
That's fantastic, because food security is a big thing on this island right now. So also, are you working with people to try and figure out, because I actually was sitting on a panel a long time ago when this woman said, I just bought this farm and I'm growing lemons, limes, and like oranges. And this woman who was like kind of like judging her business plan said, and then what? And she's like, and then what? She's like, I'm going to take the food and I'm going to go to the farmer's market. And this woman's like this, do you know how many farmer's markets there are? We do not need fresh fruit. We need you to do something with the fruit. So they were talking about the secondary aspect of using the food and doing something like freeze drying it, like turning it into candy gels or something. Do you also sometimes help people come up with ideas that they're thinking, hey, I want to like grow cacao? And then you can say, hey, these are all the things that you can be doing when you grow this thing.
Usually we get people who are experts in that, and they'll come to us and say, I have an idea. I want to be able to do this. How do I make my idea happen? Yeah. We don't necessarily are able to come up with the
ideas like fruit gels.
We're not experts in everything. For example, over on Oahu, there's actually a company here that works with local growers all over the islands. And they've got actually a kind of a farm-to-table delivery service that they operate. Right now they're just operating in Oahu. But there's a lot of big island farmers and vendors, even distillers, that are doing some of the production and the activity that you're describing, and then getting those products into market and then getting them distributed out. And they're actually delivering them to people's homes and delivering them to restaurants as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
We need more innovation to come to this island and make people like have these opportunities that I think people in the mainland take that for granted. Those boxes that have all your food all ready to go and all you have to
Right.
do is like put the spices on it and cook it. More please of that,
Yeah.
you know. That's awesome. And so if for, let's say 5 years from now, do you think, what would you like to see yourself in this business doing to help more people?
I think the key that we're trying to contribute is just the overall growth. One of the big KPIs or metrics that we report on is growth to the SBA and to other organizations on how much we're helping the local community. And every year, every quarter, we see pretty significant growth in terms of additional jobs that we've helped add to the community, as well as how much more funding that we've got in local businesses. And then the big one is the revenue. How much can we, help businesses grow from here to there to there to there, and how do they kind of move to the next level? So we're always looking at that, and I think that's the biggest contribution that we're looking to do, is really just kind of uplift, the whole tide of
Yeah,
of the
economic
region.
growth is important.
Yeah.
The development aspect of it. When Eric and I were down at the Kona Stroll last weekend, it was amazing how many new small businesses are coming up, and they use that stroll as kind of like a tester case to see if they're actually going to have people who actually like their product. And so. And it's not just young people. These older people are showing up saying, they retired in their 50s and they're not done yet. And they want to do the thing that they didn't get a chance to do in their real businesses. So are you kind of seeing that too? Just a cross-section of different age groups and trying to do these businesses?
Yeah. There's a lot of people that are just living here in the gig economy, and you sometimes need a side business or a side hustle, and maybe that can grow into something that's full time. And so we see a lot of people starting that up too.
Yeah, because I've seen quite a few people who have retired who thought they planned for their retirement, and it's so expensive here that side gig, side hustle helps make sure that their retirement funds go a little further. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's another thing too that you can use, Ken, too, is that if you're not too sure if what you're trying to do here on the island is going to pay all the bills, to get some ideas maybe, to figure out where you can put some extra expertise that you might be bringing with you
Absolutely.
to put to good work here on the island to help the entire economic growth of the island.
We're a good sounding board. So, happy to listen to that, make suggestions, make recommendations, and see where it goes.
Yeah, because we have a lot of smart people here. Is there anything else you want to share with our people?
No, I'd encourage, if anybody's interested in chatting with us, again, there's no cost.
What's the website?
Go to HI, Hawaii, Small Business Development Center, SBDC, HISBDC.org. So it's pretty short, but pretty long, 'cause it's hard to pronounce. And there's a sign-up form there. And so we have an intake, select the region, West Hawaii, East Hawaii, wherever you're at. And then we'll get right back to you, and we'll sit up and set an initial consultation and see where it goes from there.
Yeah. This is the man that you're going to want to see if you're thinking about anything to do with business in Hawaii. So thank you so much. I appreciate you helping us today
Thank you,
with this.
Julie.
This resource is invaluable. Thanks.
Happy to help. Thank you.